Good evening, brothers and sisters. Today, I come to you with one of my favorite, strangely and oddly, one of my favorite things in all of magic. It became an obsession, and I became very adept at it, and that is the construction and the nature of vessels. So, also known as spirit houses, also known as many different things, but I prefer the term vessels. And today I'm going to show you three specific types of vessels, okay? And each vessel has a demon bound to it, and there are three specific different types. So, first one that I would like to show you, I've wrapped it up here. This is what I started many years ago in evocation in my own practice, and this is known as a spirit urn. Now, this urn, which is no longer just an urn, this is a powerful demonic vessel. This belongs to Astaroth, a demon that I use a lot for my own personal rituals, as well as a demon that I use a lot for my clients who book me for love rituals, lust rituals, obsession rites, those sort of rituals. So what a spiritual urn really is, a urn vessel, a spirit urn, and I can't show you what's inside, okay? You take the urn, this is the process of creating it. You take the urn and you will cleanse it. Now, I use a combination of cleansing methods. I like to use charged cleansing water, okay, which I will soon be putting up these concoctions, guys, these ingredients and these elixirs and so forth. But this is cleansed with that water, and then I hold it over lit sage. And as I do this, I say a incantation, which was written by E.A. Cuetin in his works of Kingdom of Flames. It's a great incantation, it's a balancing incantation, and that will purify, cleanse, and banish the material of the urn, as well as physically cleaning it by hand. Once that is done, I will then actually fill this urn with items that are related, attributed, and even have an energetic residue of that demon or that spirit. I will put in it crystals and gems, which are aligned and which are anchoring stones for that specific demon. I will put in it sigils, various sigils that I have anointed with blood inside the vessel. Also, I will put in herbs, which are either connected to the element of the entity. Sometimes I use elemental associations as well as planetary associations, as well as maybe their sphere upon a cliff-offic tree. And I will consecrate and imbue the essence of the spirit into each item, and I will place them in here until it is full. Okay? And then I will offer my blood inside of the vessel, and I will close it. And once it's closed, I will fumigate it. Now, the process of fumigation is simple. You get a incense, which is connected and attributed to that said spirit, and you will bless or anoint with oils or even consecrate the actual incense itself. Once done, you will ignite the incense, and as the smoke rises, the essence of the spirit will rise, and you will hold the vessel over the smoke of the incense, and you will enter into that meditative state, and you will recite either a prayer, a mantra, incantation, conjuration, whatever it may be, to fumigate and consecrate the vessel. Once the vessel is prepared, the entity is basically already in there. but it's not fully. Only the essence and the energy of the spirit. You are preparing the house of the spirit. Then you will summon the spirit. You will do a ritual of evocation, placing this either in the circle, like the universal circle, which is often used as a replacement for a triangle manifestation, or maybe a triangle manifestation if that's your preferred preference. You will place it in the center. You will use a manifestation base, such as incense smoke. The spirit will rise in the incense smoke to a visible, tangible manifestation. And with your right hand and with your will, and if you're adept at binding spirits, you will then pull the entity down into the vessel. And then through methods of energy work, you will contain the spirit into the vessel. And you will place this upon an altar. It is good to leave offerings to the actual spirit. It is good to do daily devotions and dedications, maybe prayers, mantras. I know many people like to leave offerings such as singing songs and praise. I even know some women that like to, and some men even, that like to do poems for these entities. So that's the idea of a spirit urn, to be filled with herbs, oils, gemstones, crystals, specific materials, and that magnifies the presence of the entity inside of the vessel. So that's the first type of vessel. It's a very powerful vessel. The second type of vessel that I would like to discuss is using bones of animals, using human bones, using skulls, and I have one right here. This here is the vessel of Satanas, also known as the Father of Darkness. If you've ever heard of the 9 demonic gatekeeper pathworking, I am heavily immersed into that. And this is known as the Devil's Idol. This vessel has been anointed in blood. Now, using a ritual from E.A. Quetton and using a few of my own methods, because each ritual is a template. Remember that each ritual is a template. You can't expound upon it and customize it. I threw in a couple of my own methods too. I anointed this in a manifestation elixir, anointed it into blood. I call forth the soul that was once inside of this beautiful skull. Respectfully, but forcefully, I had to conquer the soul. Once the soul was back inside of the vessel, and then I had to demand that every part of it, every essence and remnant of that soul was dispersed into the bone. And then called down Satanas, the Lord of Darkness, into that vessel. So that's the second type of vessel. Well, what if you're just starting out? What if you can't get, human bones, animal bones? What if you can't even get these urns? What are you going to do? I'm going to show you the most cheapest, but yet the most ancient form of a vessel. Ancient cultures. This is very heavy. Ancient cultures used, like the Nabateans, they used blocks, cubes, squares. They used stone, regular stone. The reason they used stone is because they knew that their gods were beyond any form. They didn't have to carve idols because they knew their gods were beyond form. beyond formation, beyond arms and legs. They are beyond the form of which we give them. Working with Baal, the demonic king and the demonic gatekeeper, the Lord of Lords. Working with that demon in his much ancient form as Baal, the ancient god. He told me that he would prefer to be bound to a vessel which was more ancient. And I was led into a dark forest. And I was led to this. This here, a simple, large stone which weighs a lot. It still has moss inside of it, carrying the energies of the earth with it. I did a ritual with this vessel. Placed it inside a universal circle. Use a manifestation elixir over the stone. I use various oils, incenses, as well as prayers, mantras, conjurations. I bound Baal to this vessel. You can do something exactly the same. There's no excuse for this, guys. If you can't get a urn and you can't get a skull, call on the spirits. Call on them. They will guide you to the tools that you need. You don't always have to buy these tools. These tools are always around us. It's just we don't know. You will know. Either let the voice of your ancestors guide you. The voice of magic itself speaks to us. So let that guide you. Or let the voice of the spirits that you're working with guide you. Or even tap into the voice of the inner God and goddess within you. But anyway, having these vessels it's a good idea to have these vessels if you're in a long-term relationship, alliance, or even a path working with a specific entity. They're always around us anyway. But this way, you have them anchored in your life. You have them anchored in your home, anchored in your physical world. I can tell you personally, like this one right here, the most simplest one, I've had the most poltergeist activity with this vessel than any other. These are just 3 of my vessels. The others I cannot show you. This one, by far, is the most potent. It is the most powerful. But yet, they're all potent, they're all powerful. So this, guys, is the discussion of spirit houses, vessels. If you would like to see in the future me do an actual ritual of repairing, summoning, and then binding to a vessel, a demon or a spirit, that can be done. Let's see how many likes we can get on this video. And like always, guys, like, subscribe, comment. It's good to know that the work that I'm doing is being enjoyed by so many. And that will give me more motivation to keep pushing and pushing out this content, guys. Because I love this stuff. And I am here to answer any questions that you may have about your ascent and about black magic, spirituality in general. Until we meet again.